Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and I have done a thing. I have gussied up my X-Shot motorized piston pump with some XFoxGames aftermarket parts and a paint job to bring it in line with my idiom. So obviously the orange and black paint job, very nice. I considered doing the stripes, but there wasn't anywhere where it looked like it would be really good, so I left it out for now. I will probably throw my logo on here, maybe right here at some point, now that I have the tools necessary to laser cut them, and I can make them really nice. But mostly I want to talk about the 3D printed parts that are on here from XFoxGames. So there is a barrel shroud, which is very nice for this particular length of barrel. I will probably have to either go with a slightly lighter spring, and it really only needs to be just a little bit lighter. Maybe a different B car or a P car or some other kind of rifling, because right now it's hitting just in the 160s, and I need to get it down to the 150s if I want to use it at Borst or most of our the games that I play at. And that would not be difficult. I can either go with a slightly longer barrel or might be able to try some different rifling and see if I can't get that dialed in. But it is very simple. It is just friction fit on, but it is quite solid. You could easily put in a set screw if you really wanted to. I'm kind of surprised they didn't have some set screws designed right here to go into there. But it does just fit on over the existing collet and just slides on. Some kind of a set screw or something that thoroughly attaches it, because if you wanted to put a foregrip or a master key would fit beautifully right here. I'm definitely probably going to make a Magnus master key to put in right there. You'd want this to be maybe a little bit more secure. It's pretty secure as it is, but a set screw right there would not go amiss. But that's pretty nice. And then back here we have a stock, which is still the battery tray. It is just screwed in battery tray. You can actually see the battery right there. Not sure how I feel about that. I might add some foam padding in on either side, because right now the battery, I swear it wasn't me, I've been here all day. Some foam padding in there to hold that battery in place a little bit better. But this is several parts. Obviously the end cap, this cheek rest is a separate piece. There is in the stock, and then there is a replacement buffer tube that threads into where the original one threaded into, and then there is the thumbhole stock, which is removable. So if you didn't want this, you just take the two screws out and pop it off, and you wouldn't have to have it. I like it. It reminds me of the Stampede, so I put it on there. It is somewhat adjustable. The length of the stock is adjustable if you don't have this on. If you do, then it's locked in at this length, but that's the length I wanted at, so it's fine. If you don't have it in, it is somewhat adjustable. You could also easily make this adjustable if you really wanted to. Yeah, it's really, really nice. Very solid. XFox does really good work. I always like seeing what stuff. It's amazing how quickly. I don't know how he manages to design all these complex shapes as quickly as he does. It's really very, very impressive. But the one thing I lack is I either would like this stock to be a little bit longer, which would just be a matter of redesigning this piece. I'm considering reaching out, seeing if they'll send me the file so that I can just adjust it to my liking and then maybe print it in TPU so it's a little squishy. Either that or I need to get a riser, a carry handle riser, which could also be made to hold this front part in place. If you had it go across here and had bolts that went in on this side and on this side, that would hold your front barrel real nicely. So I might look into see what's out there, what already exists, and if not, I might design my own, just because of aesthetics and all of that. But yeah, I really like it. I like the simplicity of this blaster. I like the functionality. It's a really good AEB. Not my favorite one, but now I definitely like it more than before. The colors just didn't do it for me, and now it's in my colors. Profile is a little bit. I probably wouldn't take this to an HVZ at this point. I would be okay with it at Borst because it's all yellow, but probably not at an HVZ. Obviously, it's perfectly fine for my arena and will look lovely on my wall with all my other orange and black blasters. So, yeah! I like this. I know there's a lot of other kits that people have already made for this particular blaster. Different barrels, different stocks, all kinds of parts, because people are really excited about this blaster. I'm hoping it remains available for enough time for people to create even more stuff for it. I'm sure someone will... Well, no, you could do a bullpup kit with this. That actually wouldn't be too well, I don't know how much bullpup you could get out of it. Enough, maybe. Maybe. You just have to have this whole thing become a big stock. And then link the trigger and all kinds of stuff. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of stuff people develop for this, and I'm hoping this platform stays around long enough. That was the beauty of the Strife, is it was available on shelves for so long. People are able to develop so many kits for it, cosmetic kits, internal kits, all that kind of stuff. And it's difficult now because people will go to all the trouble to do that, and then the blaster will be off the shelves in 6 months, and there'll be something new out, and they'll have to start all over again. And then that blaster becomes hard to find. So what was the point in all that R&D and all of that design work if the blaster becomes impossible to get in a year and a half? So I'm hoping they keep this one around for long enough for it to really get all of the design that it deserves. So, there it is. Wanted to show it off. I might be able to take it to the range and get some plinking with it. We'll see. We'll see. Now I'm losing daylight, but there's enough to do some plinking, so let's see if I can hit some bottles. Yes, I can! Oh, this is a nice blast. I got the 75 with the last shot. I dig it, and it fits my idiom now. So what do y'all think? What do you think of the blaster? What do you think of my paint job? What do you think of the XFox kit? Let me know. Thank you for watching.